There's two B words dominating this campaign, Lord Frost. I want to ask you about both of them. So let's start with Brexit. Obviously, your endorsement of Truss means so much to people who were very passionate about leaving the European Union, because we know about your commitment over many years. Of course, Sunak did have that moment in the debate tonight where he was able to raise the point quite effectively. I thought that Truss didn't actually vote to leave. But in her actions since, Lord Frost, why do you believe she's the best person to make sure that we're fulfilling our Brexit dividend?
So there's no point in saying you're in favour of Brexit if you're not willing to do the things that make Brexit succeed. And that means change, it means divergence, it means doing things differently in a radical way from the European Union. And I think Liz showed she got that early on. She's done much more on the trade agenda than many people thought was possible. And she understands, as she said in the debate tonight, that we need a different economic path. We need to do things differently. We need to take risks. We need to go into a different direction. And that is what we're going to need to do to succeed. We can't succeed economically by doing exactly the same things as the European Union. We've got to liberalise, we've got to free up, we've got to reduce regulation, reduce taxes, get onto a different path. And whatever happened in 2016 is one thing. The important thing is what happens now, who has got the best prescription for us to succeed. And there I think Liz gets it.
Do you think she should be bold and actually say we need to leave the European Court of Human Rights?
Well, I think she's got it right at the moment. I think the ECHR is of quite strong symbolic value and is important across Europe. If we can remove some of the constraints that have been imposed in recent years through the new British Bill of Rights and so on, then I think that is worth trying. But she doesn't exclude, I think, going further if it comes to it. And, it may very well come to it.
The other B word, Lord Frost, is, of course, Boris, and he did, not surprisingly, come up in the debate tonight. I think Truss has played this perfectly, actually, because, as you well know, the party are very concerned about the fact that there were senior ministers like Sunak who didn't do what you did. I mean, you were very honest back in December. You weren't happy with the direction of the government and you quit. But there were folk like Sunak who stayed in the party, who were registering websites and who were not really focused on the business of government. They were more focused on destabilising the Premiership. Where do you stand in terms of the Truss loyalty to the Boris Johnson legacy?
So I think she's explained the position that she took, which was loyalty to the end, very well. As you say, I took a different view, but I tried, and I think succeeded, to restrict my criticisms to policy. I didn't attack Boris. In fact, I rather defended him on some of the Partygate issues that others were extremely critical of. And I think it was only right at the end that it was clear it was impossible for him to survive. So I absolutely empathise with and understand why Liz took the position she did. She thought it was best to keep pushing from the inside, and I took a different approach to it. But I think in the end it became impossible for him to stay, and it's a tragedy in the true sense. A great man brought down by his flaws, but it happens, and that's where we are.